Joining us today as part of our My Empowerment series, we have Dr. Sharon Freed Buckhalter, aka Dr. Sharon, a clinical psychologist with over 25 years of experience. Dr. Sharon is an award-winning published author and respected and highly sought-after newspaper and blog columnist. She has extensive experience in several areas, including relationships, self-help, and parenting, just to name a few. This morning, Dr. Sharon joins us to discuss your attitude and how simple changes can change your life. Good morning, Dr. Sharon.
Good morning. Nice to be on the show today.
Let's talk about attitude.
Okay.
Let's talk about negative attitude. It affects a lot of people. I mean, I think we've all been guilty of maybe not being the best person we can be at some time or another. And I know in your book, Children Are People Too, you talk about being negative and having a bad attitude and how ultimately that can affect your future success, right?
Yes, absolutely. In every area of your life, whether it's in your job, whether it's in your relationship with your mates or your children, if you have a negative attitude, that rubs off on other people. You know, you get up in the morning, we all have our negative days. You know, I've had it, you've had it, it's normal. But when you constantly have a negative attitude, you become toxic to others and nobody wants to be around you, and it's contagious. Negativity is contagious.
It's funny, and so what I try to do is distance myself from those kinds of people because I just don't, you know, you don't want that to rub off on you.
You don't want to be with the toxic people.
You don't want to be with toxic people.
And they don't want to be with you when you're toxic. We all...
It's true, and we've all probably been there, done that. But what are some techniques then that we can use to overcome the negativity? Give us some examples.
Well, the first thing you can do is, you know, you can actually see yourself in the position that you want to be in the relationship you want to be in. Use as many senses as possible to visualize. Visualization's a very powerful tool. See yourself instead of being the victim, coming home miserable. See yourself in the chair where you want to be in the room, in the promotion room, where your children are sitting down at the table and you're having a wonderful conversation and there's lots of smiles and there's lots of good feelings. Imagine the person you want to be with. If that's somebody that you want to be with, imagine having good communications together. And that is a very powerful tool. Take each task and break them up into pieces so things don't become so overwhelming. And most of all, stay away from those toxic people. Those are really bad things. And try to catch ourselves every so often when we see ourselves being negative and saying, oh, it's because everyone else is not acknowledging me. No, it's always about us usually.
Right. But what about when you're just not feeling it? I mean, there are those days. We've had those days where you just want to just put the covers over your head. You want to just hide from the world all day. You're not feeling positive at all. You're feeling negativity. How can we adopt a cheerful attitude on the days where it's just like not in us?
I know. We've all been there. We know what that feels like. But you know what? Just writing down goals. Write down positive affirmations. And what I mean is just write down, see yourself in a positive role. So if you're getting up and you say, oh, I feel so sick this morning, or I'm so miserable the kids are not listening, put it down in writing like, I feel like myself moving towards the day feeling much better. I see myself completing the day and finishing the tasks I start out to do. I see myself giving my kids a big hug at the end of the day at nighttime. Just imagine and write those positive affirmations.
Yeah, and even being positive. Like with my kids, I'm always very positive with them. I'll give them positive affirmations. The little faces just light up.
And
I mean,
you know
they
what?
love that.
It means everything. And you know what? You have the same effect on your children, which have the effect on other people. So it's a chain reaction.
Yeah, it is. It is. All right. So tell me about some of the people you've worked with in the past. Is there a stereotypical negative person?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We've definitely come across them. Tend to be people who have all or nothing thinking. Okay. Black and white thinking, no gray in between. Catastrophic thinking. If I do this, then that's going to happen. There's nothing's ever just black and white. There's always shades of gray. And people that happen to be negative people come in with an attitude like, or they're very fearful people, or they're rigid. They come, and you know, it's not their problem. It's not their fault. It's something that they've been taught maybe, and they've had to adapt their whole life being that way, and they haven't seen it any other way. And I have a perfect example that I'd love to share with you. We had a little boy came into the office, and you know, he had terrible grades, and he was doing so poorly, and the mother and father had a tough love approach. Very normal. Parents say, you know, you got to do your homework, you're not getting good grades. And you know what, I asked them to just listen to what he had to say, and we provided a safe environment. Just snapping their fingers in a split second, they had to change attitude.
And what did they find out about him?
He was being bullied.
Oh my goodness.
And you know what? That's why he was so afraid to go to school. His grades fell. He was really depressed, very anxious. But the parents, by changing, being more open to listening and feeling for their child, rather than predetermining that he was lazy, really made a difference in everything. He became a better student. Their relationship became stronger, and it was a positive outcome. He did better in school. We came up with plans, and he was part of that plan.
Oh.
And
Very
it really made a
nice.
difference.
Any final thoughts on having a positive mental outlook?
Well, you know, a famous quote by Martha Washington is that we all must remember that it's not our circumstances that make a difference, it's our disposition and how we see ourselves. And we could all have a victory and an attitude adjustment every day and all be successful.
Oh, I love that. Great way to end it, Dr. Sharon.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. And for more information on Dr. Sharon and how you can change your attitude, simply visit her website at people2unlimited.com.